Welcome back, my dark means, to the dark void ruled by me, 951. And today, well, I never thought I'd bring this one back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's been things happening in the VTuber community. This is not VTuber actually. This is actually the void theory, which I've only done this one. I've only done this one at a time with Iris, where when she was trying to do a coup in the channel, coup against the Hollow Cancel back in the day, I think a year or two back. But this is not the first time I made a theory video. I have made three currently theory videos, and I never thought. And I started with how Iris was gonna stage a coup against the Hollow Council. Now, those were fun, but this one's actually a theory. No, it's a conspiracy. Now, and if you see the title of the video, I think you know what I'm talking about. But there's been a lot of stuff happening in the VTuber community with Twitch and YouTube, and it is bad. It is going bad. Now there is some other stuff happening as well in the VTuber community, video community as well. That's the other thing. That's not something. That's other stuff. I don't want to get involved in that. That's other stuff that's happening. If you want to look it up, you can. It's involving fruit and whatever happening over there. Either way, if you want to look that up, go look that up there. This is about me talking about a theory of what's happening currently, and it involves Iron Mouse and a lot of the VTubers who have basically gone hit. And this is just a theory that I come up with. It has no truth in the matter. There's no sources here. The only sources I have is from False ID, which helped me come up with this theory. So basically, that's it. There's no sources here involving. It's just me coming up with this theory in my head that is kind of terrifying and made me upset because I found this out on Friday, and upset me because it's a lot happening. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it involves Iron Mouse's channel that's got her first VOD channel got deleted, and then her main channel got deleted afterwards. Thankfully, by the time this video came up, it's the video. Her channels have been reinstated. Thankfully, good thing too. But like I said, if you want to know anything else, I will leave links to basically two false IDs videos down below. You don't have to look up the entire video. Just search for them during. I think you can scroll through the videos and then it's marked down there. I have no idea. Let me know in the comments if that's how it is. So yeah, you just need to look up whatever information on there. But yeah, this is just a theory that I came up with thanks to basically seeing what's going on. And my theory is Twitch and YouTube trying to basically remove VTubers. Now, the reason why I say this is there's been a lot of things happening. Just last week, lately, well, not last week, but recently, I don't know how far this goes back, but Twitch has been going after VTubers non-stop, basically banning them, indefinite bans, perma bans, and basically threatening to ban them, basically for little to no reason, other because saying, oh, it's too actual, too off-brand, let's just say that. And even though some of them literally are just sitting there talking, and some of them weren't even doing most of them are not even doing anything. In fact, even having and most likely their ASMRs have been targeted. Same thing with YouTube. Their ASMRs have been targeted a lot more often for some reason for off-brand content, which is ridiculous considering how there's so much stuff on YouTube and on Twitch that are literally worse than whatever these VTubers are. I mean, for Twitch, we literally have basically girls walking around in bikinis, literally barely anything on, walking around showing the butt cheeks to the screen, literally going to the point of risking showing off their you know what's bits to the cameras. And yet, for some reason, when we have VTubers who are just sitting there, have jiggle physics, and are just sitting, which are literally clothing and literally have no risk of revealing anything, are literally getting banned. Now, I understand that the clothing on there are basically accentuated, but considering how even this clothing are here, but compared to the clothing the real life people, the real life e-girls are doing, and basically any person on there is doing, literally is getting to the point of basically idiotic because VTubers are getting banned so much, which is why the theory comes up. There's possibly either the companies or the people that are working with these companies are intentionally going after VTubers. That's my theory. That whoever is controlling these bans. Now it could be now, like I said, this could be auto or this could be non-auto, it could be manual or not. Doesn't matter. Whoever created the AI possibly may be overzealous or actually hates VTubers. And the reason why I say this is because currently VTubers are being hit so much right now that it's just doesn't make any sense. Now, by the time this video comes up, it may have changed. Maybe something's different. Maybe something else happened. Let me know in the comments if something's changed. Maybe everything's gone back to normal. Maybe it's gone better for VTubers. But for right now, by the moment of this video, this has literally been unprecedented, at least at the time this video made. VTubers are being targeted by basically for little to no reason, which is why I think there is some people in this company that are intentionally hitting VTubers. Now, like I said, I have no sources here. This is just me coming from my head thinking that there is people in these companies, because it just doesn't make any sense that these companies would do this intentionally. Now, if they are, shame on the companies for doing this. But if they have people hiring them, doing this, they need to look at their staff and start seeing who is doing this, because this is very bad. Seriously, VTubers are just here to do their job, just like any other content creator, and yet for some reason they're being targeted more often than anyone else on the platform. And VTubers, of course, they're just avatars. It's not the real. They're not real. But the fact that they are being targeted more often than the actual flesh and blood people, that, like, I'm going to say that, is insane. I mean, literally, some of them barely get any bans at all. Some of them only get 3 days bans, and then they're back on the platform doing the exact same thing that got them banned in the first place. And even then, they just keep repeatedly get banned for like a certain amount, like 3 days or a week, and it doesn't change. They don't even get permabans, as far as I know. Rarely do they ever get it. In fact, guys are more like, heck, in fact, even guys are basically, even though it's still less likely to get hit by YouTube, by Twitch than VTubers. In fact, VTubers get hit way more often than even the dudes do, who basically can't even show off any parts of the body, because a guy showing off his body is way worse than a girl showing basically pasties on their body, or even basically, literally, there was even one time I think there was actual, like, basic two people actually having you know what on the screen, and only barely got a ban. They weren't even. In fact, that should have been a perma ban at then. But even then, which is why I say, in my theory, YouTube and, which I'm going to include YouTube as well, and Twitch are intentionally going after VTubers. And my theory is that they probably hired people that literally, for some reason, decide, that they hate VTubers. I don't know why, but I think it's because they just hate VTubers. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Like I said, this is just a theory. But like I said, if the company's actually doing this, then shame on the companies. But if they actually have employees, they need to look at these employees and literally rein them in. Because if this keeps happening, it won't be long before people will get upset and start getting more, and they start getting more and more of a bad reputation, because they already have a bad reputation as is. I mean, as a content creator, I'm always scared that I might do something that may get me kicked off the channel. But even then, the fact of the matter this is still happening is insane. Which is why I say that both YouTube and Twitch need to basically rein them in if they have these kind of employees, because it's getting out of control. And you can just look up any video right now about VTubers getting hit left and right on Twitch for basically little to no reason. And like, it is insane. Also with YouTube, which inspired me, which made me make this video, because I was actually going to do this on Saturday, but my younger sibling wanted to play his video games for the weekend, which I let up. Which of course he doesn't get to play as often nowadays because of his job, and he falls asleep when he gets back home. But either way, back on topic. Basically, recently I was upset because I found out Iron Master's channel got deleted. Which, like I said, thankfully there's some good news. Her channel did get back up, which is great. But the fact of the matter, it should not have happened in the first place, because it happened in the first place. The only reason why it happened is because someone decided to copyright her channels for copyright infringement, which literally makes no sense, because because I doubt anybody has any copyright potential besides the companies that literally she's been playing, unless all of a sudden they decide, we're going to copyright strike your channel now. I mean, which makes no sense. Yeah. So like I said, understandably she didn't want to like give any information to a third party because of course people want to steal your data, which is why she didn't bother. Which thankfully she had a legal team happening, so good news on that. She got her channel back. But either way, this shouldn't not have happened. Which is why I say there's probably the theory is more than likely there's potentially some bad apples within these companies who are intentionally going after VTubers. Now, like I said, by wherever when this video gets posted, it may have changed or I may be entirely wrong. But like I said, this is just a theory, and like I said, it may have changed for the better. But either way, it still stands to the fact that for right now, both YouTube and Twitch potentially have, like I said, they're just theory, have bad apples in their company who are intentionally going after VTubers because they just don't like VTubers. That is just my theory here, and considering how there's a lot of VTubers are getting hit, that just put more just brings more credence to my theory that maybe they do have people in their companies doing this. It's just too much a coincidence how all these are happening back to back, and VTubers are getting hit more often nowadays than ever. I mean, like I said, on YouTube, VTubers are getting hit for just putting up ASMR now for no reason, and some of them are even safe. But of course, YouTube decides no, it's banned. No, you don't get there. We're gonna demonetize. We're gonna do this, and even Twitch basically just puts it on, does it for just changes it. Oh, this has this has off-brand content, which literally doesn't because, like I said, some of the VTubers are just sitting there just talking and having fun, and it has nothing to do. And yes, what? What the heck are you talking about? There's like nothing. She's just sitting there talking, which is why, yeah, VTubers are getting hit. And like I said, in my theory, these companies may have basically bad apples. And like I said, every time I see more, it just puts more and more. Is there bad apples in the companies? Because there's no way this is happening. I mean, there is so much other content on the platforms, way worse than what these companies are saying. VTuber basically saying. In fact, VTubers are literally the least offensive basically content on the platform. Even though there is some bad apples within the video community, that doesn't mean that all of them are bad. I mean, literally, there is actual, let's just say, off-brand content on YouTube itself. I mean, literally, you can look it up. In fact, you don't even need to look it up. You can just go up to Google, and I literally did this, and just, let's just say, for my own times, and literally looked it up, and literally, one of them has basically this YouTube. And when I saw this, are you serious? And I clicked it one time, and I saw that, oh my god, it's right here. Which is insane. And there's even worse than that. Like, literal people actually putting up way worse content on there. Actual people literally literally doing things for hate. I mean, seriously, the fact that VTubers are getting hit more often than these just makes it more likely that there's probably basically bad apples in both Twitch and both on YouTube and Twitch, because literally this should not be happening to VTubers at all. In fact, literally, like I said, it makes no sense. Thankfully, Iron Mouse has had the community on their back and everybody helping out. But imagine if it was a small, just a small content creator or a small VTuber or whatever you want to call, whatever you want to call anything, and they got their channel hit because some random person over in the company decided, you know what, I don't like you. I'm just gonna ban you, and you're not gonna do anything because you have a small community, and they're not gonna help you for jack. I mean, think about that. Like I said, the fact of the matter is, if there is bad apples in these companies, everybody is suspect now on the platform. Literally, everybody's heads are on the chopping block because some people in both Twitch and YouTube decides, you know, I don't like you, and I'm just gonna go. But yeah, it's just gonna like get rid of you now, and I'm just gonna basically just do this because basically I'm just gonna go look for any reason. Which is why I think some maybe, and what's even worse is probably these bad apples may have other people helping them out, saying, oh yeah, would you mind striking this person so I have a reason to basically strike them, to ban them for myself. And that's basically what I think is probably happening, why there's so many currently bans happening. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening, I'm just saying that it's just way too coincidental how there's so many basic strikes and bans happening with VTubers on both these platforms. It just makes no sense to me. Like I said, this is just a theory I have in my head. It has there is like nothing. There's no source here. There's nothing involving. I have no evidence in the matter. So like I said, take this with a grain of salt right here. This is all just something a theory just came up with. Like literally when I found it, when I just started thinking about this, I just thought this in my head on Friday, saying, "What is going on?" Or was it Thursday or Friday? Either way, and I thought this in my head that there is no way. I have to make a theory video of this, and here we are. It makes no absolute sense that this is random. This is way too much a coincidence. There is no way all these VTubers who are getting banned, are getting struck and being struck left and right could be coincidental. Heck, it could be. Maybe like I said, this is just a theory. But the fact still stands that there's no way that this could be all coincidental. Like I said, it could be, but to me, it just doesn't seem that. Which is why I say both these companies, either it's the company themselves, which shame on the companies, or they hired people that literally need to go and check their employees to see who has a problem with YouTubers and start reining them in and start letting, hey, you can't keep doing this. You guys, you need to do something. You can't keep doing this. You need to stop doing this. They need to start reining some of these employees in to make sure that none of them are bad apples here. Because at this point, I have no idea. And like I said, I don't know if it's because right now, like I said, and I know there's people out there, not just YouTube or basically Twitch, that are going after people because people literally strike channels almost every day, like almost like every so often now, and you see reports, oh, I got struck. I know there's people that do that, but I'm just saying that right now it just doesn't make sense that these companies are going after VTubers way too often now. Way too often. I mean, we should be hearing, like, for no reason at all, especially when some of the videos are literally have nothing to do with what they're spouting. Like I said, oh, this is off-brand, this is off-brand, this is harming people, you're inspiring harm, you need to go get some help, which I think that's what happened with one of the VTubers, which she was just drinking, and then for some reason, they banned her because they were thinking that she was doing self-harm for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, and then, yeah, doing this and thinking that you can't do this. And yet, like I said, there's actual people doing this stuff for literally for the reason. I mean, it makes no sense to me. It just makes no sense to me. Like I said, there are people who watch content on the channel and decide, you know what, I'm just gonna go strike this person. But it just doesn't make any sense that literally, that these companies are literally perma-banning or banning people this often. That's just my theory, that there has to be bad apples in the companies. Like I said, this is just a theory, but it just doesn't make sense that it's happening this often to VTubers. Now, like I said, you can call me whatever you want, you can call it just a conspiracy theory, but at this point, this theory just feels like a little bit too real, and I'm hoping I'm wrong about this, and I'm hoping that what I'm saying here is entirely wrong, that, hey, maybe this is all coincidental, and that basically in the companies there is no bad apples, and there's no way, and there's just actually coincidental, and there's actual people who are paining their butts and who actually want to start government, like communities and whatever community it is, and yada yada, you know. Yeah, maybe. I'm literally hoping I'm wrong, but if I'm not, this is literally bad for both these companies to keep on doing this. They need to start thinking ahead and start reining in their employees if they have employees in, or they need to start looking at their own company and start thinking, "Deal, we need to stop doing this." And like I said, they need to either rein in their employees or start thinking company-wide to stop doing this. Either way, this doesn't seem right to me. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Do you think that Twitch and YouTube has something against VTubers? Do you think the companies actually are targeting the VTubers? Or do you think, wait, did I say YouTube and Twitch? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I think I said. But like I said, let me know down in the comments what you think about this situation. Do you think this is just, coincidental? Do you think there's actually employees in these companies who actively hate VTubers and want to try to remove them from the platforms? Or do you think this, or it's just random people on the internet who just watch the content and just go, just start spamming strikes and start striking the channels just for the heck of it. And it's just the basically the people like the rage people, the people that get upset over everything or want to cause harm. The regular people that do that. Like I said, let me know in the comments because this does not seem right. It just doesn't seem right here. Just too coincidental for me, for my own liking. Like I said, too coincidental here. Either way, let me know in the comments here what you think about it. Like I said, I really like to hear feedback. I really want to know what you guys think. And like I said before, this is just a theory that I came up with in my head, like on Thursday or Friday. It has no evidence at all, nothing at all. The only evidence I have is the fact that there's so many VTubers getting hit by both YouTube and Twitch. That is all. That's the only evidence I have. Like I said, even then, there's still no evidence on the fact that both YouTube and Twitch are intentionally striking. I'm just saying that either the companies or their employees are intentionally going after VTubers. I'm not saying they are. It's just the theory I came up in my head. So let me know in the comments what you think about this situation. Do you think that the companies or the employees are intentionally going after VTubers? Do you think it's just random people just starting to mass strike these channels or mass ban or trying to get these VTubers banned? Let me know in the comments. Or do you think there's just a whole coincidental thing and nothing? It's just a whole coincidence, just coincidental on my part, and I'm just basically this is just a conspiracy theory, and this has no grounds at anything at all, and I'm just talking out of my butt. Let me know down in the comments. Either way, it just doesn't seem right to me. All right, that's what I did. If I left anything out here, let me know in the comments. Or sorry, or if you have any other theories of what's this happening, please leave them down in the comments below. Because, like I said, this just feels way too strange to me. Happening just way too strange. Especially since, as far as I don't know if this happened within a week. I know my mouse is a thing happened in the week, last week. It's just, it feels like, and the other VTubers, I have no idea if it's happening within the week, but let me know. Do you have any other theories that may be different than what's happening? Maybe you have an entirely different theory or anything. And I know I'm rambling on, but I just need to know what your thoughts are on this. Either way, right now, my dark theory minions dismissed.